Yo, you are here with the MCW Tag Team Champions, Rush Hour, and that makes Showtime! Dion Epps.
And Hot Boy, Tommy Seto.
And you're watching O-Face Wrestling.
That's right. Oh, Face Wrestling. Listen to the podcast. Listen. They are Dark Side approved. Howden approves it. Oh, Face Wrestling. I'll be listening. Will you?
Come and listen to O Face Wrestling Podcast with your favorite Siren the Voodoo Doll, aka Nina Monet.
I'm the one-eyed, thick-thighed woad, and you're watching O-Face Wrestling.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today on O-Face Wrestling. This is your host JT, and today I'm joined by one of our O-Face team members, Christy.
Hey!
And we are joined by two special guests. We got the greatest damn woman, Gia
Queen
Scott.
G.
And we got the leader of Team Babe, Camron Brunei, both joining us for the second time on the show.
Yes. Together this time, though, not two
Together,
separate times.
together the first time. So today we are going to talk about the Money in the Bank, and I'll give our predictions on it. It will be in 2 days. And me personally, this is my second favorite pay-per-view just because, I mean, ladder matches are freaking awesome as they are. And I just love the whole Money in the Bank, concept where you never know when they're going to cash. And I think that's one of the best things that WWE has ever, invented. So, let's get started. So, first match is the New Day defending the SmackDown Tag Titles against the Forgotten Sons, the Miz and Johnny Drip Drip, and the Lucha House Party. So,
Lucha. That I love that, man.
They are.
I
Awesome.
love how deep their squats are, and they're like, ugh.
They get into physically. So we'll start with you, Gia. Just give your thoughts on the match and who you got winning this.
I really want the New Day to retain. They're my guys. It's weird. It's weird for me to see them without the tag titles because I'm so used to them coming out saying the stuff that they say, and then everyone's getting into it, they clap to the theme song, and then you see them with the belts and whatnot, and you're just yeah, I can die with it. And then we're seeing them without it. I'm just they're still my tag champs. They don't need the belt, but it feels right with them having the belt. I personally like them. I love them, and I think they're gonna retain.
And what about you, Camron?
I mean, she literally said it all. I'm on the same ride as her. There's no better feeling. Obviously when they win, because it's kind of a nice feeling, when they get it back. But it's kind of I really don't want them to lose it. There's so much more fun with them having it. Because it's they're already at the top, but they're still kind of chasing for it. I feel it's weird, but I love it. So that's the whole clapping thing was just
yeah, just Biggie's driving his head.
and the towel was just so big, so he was just shaking the towel around. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
I missed the damn trombone when
yeah.
Yeah.
That was the peak of my excitement. When they used to do the Bootios thing. I missed the Bootios too. They need to bring that back.
Yes.
It had a name.
It had a name. It was a female's name.
Francesca. Yeah.
Yeah, they are characters.
And did Francesca get broken? And then there was Francesca number 2.
Yeah. I forgot who broke it. It might have been the Wyatt family or the Dudley Boys. I forgot. It might have been. I think it was the Dudley Boys who broke it. They seem like someone.
It was funny when it got broke because Xavier was like, "My Francesca."
He was so devastated.
Yeah.
So that was hilarious.
So what about you, Christy?
All right. Okay, so I'm not gonna be a Debbie Downer, but I have nothing against the New Day at all. They're funny, they're very entertaining, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of tired of them being champions.
Boo!
I'm sorry, but I mean they're 8-time champions 8 times, and it's
Which
just
is true.
Yes, and it's I don't want to say irritating, but I mean Charlotte. I'm a huge Charlotte Flair fan, and a lot of people hate on her for how many.
Don't talk about my second mama.
The New Day being champions, but Charlotte Flair wins like every championship every like 2 months. What?
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
I feel like the New Day is just like catching up because they're 8-time champions and it hasn't been that long. You know, I think it's only been No, I don't even know. I don't know how long they've been around, but I just
They've
feel
been
like
around since 2014.
I was like, they've been around for a while. Like,
Yeah.
But still, I mean, 8 times, not too far behind Charlotte. And I feel like she gets a lot of hate because of how many championships she's held. But
I will say this: they've won it organically. A lot of people think that because Ric Flair was a 16-time world champion, they're trying to build her up to be like her dad.
Well, I don't know because that's what they say about Seth Rollins too. Because like once he lost the Universal Championship, he became a tag champion. But they're just like putting belts on, like that certain
There's
person.
a lot of titles, yeah.
Yeah.
But in the end, I mean, like I said, I have nothing against the New Day. I would like to just see a change in the tag team titles. So if they, I mean, I can definitely see them retaining. If not, I would hope for The Miz and John Morrison to get the titles back because they're just hilarious to me. I love them as a tag team.
I missed their run back in 2009 or whatever because I had fallen out of wrestling when I got into high school. And when John Morrison came back, I was like kind of like I want him to be a single star. There's all these dream matches and they put him with The Miz. I'm kind of like, but then after seeing their chemistry, they're freaking funny. And that music video that they had for WrestleMania, The Miz and Morrison, like hey hey ho ho thing, I was loving the crap out of it. Like she knows I was playing that song on my phone when I'm taking a shower and singing it. So who did you have winning that you? Start going on.
I really didn't say. I said I can see the New Day retaining, but I would like it to be
like someone new and someone fresh.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wouldn't really be new because they took the titles from Miz and Morrison.
I want them to build up a new tag team, if any. I would rather. I'm expecting.
See, now I have a little thing about new tag teams because what I see the same thing repeating is that they get a new tag, they feed them these guys, they build them up, and then boom, they drop them. And I've seen that with 2 of my favorite tag teams while watching. This was when I first started, it was the Ascension. Because I remember when I was younger, I was like, oh, they're coming to Raw, they're about to bring destruction. And then it didn't happen. And I was getting all in my uncle's face. I was just like, yeah, they're this, they're that, they're everything in the third. And it didn't happen. And I was just like, ugh. And then there was the Authors of Pain because they were so awesome at NXT.
Yeah.
And then they got to Raw. I mean, they had their little moment in the sun, but then it fizzled out. And I was just like, So if we do get a new tag team to either Raw or SmackDown, I would like for them to kind of keep the same pace. I know not all the time they can keep the same pace, but I don't want them to be build up to they're monsters and then bam, they're not monsters anymore. I just want them to have the same kind of pace, Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember that with the Ascension, because they were the longest reigning NXT Tag Team Champions, and they came up and they beat the New Age Outlaws, and then after that, and I was like, what the heck? But I blame WWE for that because they changed their look and made them look like 1980s wrestlers, kind of what was that, Team Demolition or something like that.
And then I think some of them was comparing them to what was it? Actually, I'm not gonna say it because I feel like I'm gonna say it wrong. I'm not gonna say it. It was actually no, I am gonna say Road
Warriors.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they were comparing them to them, and that was another reason why there was people didn't like them, and then they were just oh, we're done with them. And I'm like, no, but they're so good. Their finishing move, it made me hooked. It was what was it? Fall of Man? No, The Wasteland. I think that's what it was called.
I think it was Fall of Man, unless they changed it when they got
but it was awesome. I was just oh, this is good. They're a good team, and I was so sad when they didn't use them correctly. I was just man.
The issue with that is NXT wasn't as mainstream as it is now, so no one knew who they were.
Yeah.
Right. it was easier to change them. I think that's why the Street Profits are like benefiting in that way. Because like right before they got called up, they were still on NXT. So they got called up, and right in the midst, they just went straight to the top.
They did them very well because they were having them do the backstage segments. They were letting people get introduced to their character and their charisma and stuff.
Right.
Versus just like, oh, we're here now. They're a part of Raw. Like, okay. Yeah, that was a good idea to have them introduced that way. That's why, like, every single time an NXT person is called up, I get scared. Because I'm like, please don't ruin my baby. This is this is my toy.
They used to be
like the when Bianca's pulled up now, I'm like, please don't kill like the EST. Like you cannot kill the EST. Like she's please.
The fans won't let that happen. If anything, the fans will
I feel like if they did that, they would riot, and I'd be one of them too.
Yeah. That they weren't really doing much for Sasha, and everyone's chanting, "We want Sasha." Like I could see Bianca getting that kind of support from the crowd.
Yeah, I could see that too.
We won't let that happen. But right now, there's no crowd to defend her, so. That's the only
I don't think they're also gonna. I don't think they're gonna really give her anything right now because there's no crowd. I think they're gonna save her to like when they get back to live events and like actually like push her then. Cause I can't wait. She's gonna be.
I hate to see her beat Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship and there's no crowd and it's just silent. So
yeah, they need to save that because like I'll be standing up and be like, "Babe, Bianca won, she won." And he's like, "What are you talking about? She won the championship."
Oh my goodness.
And I think she's done it because it's like Becky made that promo and she was like, I beat everyone here and I've done this, I've done that. No one can beat me. All of a sudden, who gets called up? The person who's literally was undefeated.
Yeah.
And if they bury her and Becky wins. I'm done.
Gonna rage.
I'm done. Like, I'm done wrestling. I'm done talking. I'm just gonna blow everything up. I'm just like, yep.
Like, I'd be so sad. I was just, you legit see me moping. Like, oh, hi, Gia. I'm like, hi.
So I will say that I've said this like from day one. I could care less. Becky is my number one. And I've always said she can hold the title for until the end of times, and I would not care. However, you
are selfish.
One person that I would be completely fine with winning or taking the title from Becky would be Bianca. So
actually, I'm like the total opposite when it comes to Becky because I'm not saying that Becky is overhyped. I'm not saying that at all. But Becky did have her moment. She really did. And she had the best moment at WrestleMania, I believe, not last year. Maybe it was last year. I'm not.
It was last year because she was just champion for over a year.
Okay, so she had her moment in the sun last year, and I thought that was a really touching moment because I'm like, I was rooting for Becky the whole entire way and whatnot. But I'm at the point where like I'm thinking like, okay, Becky, had her moment. Maybe it's time for someone else, or maybe it's time for her to have this nice little feud with someone else because. At the moment, I don't know if this is still going on, but she had a little thing going on with Shayna Baszler. And when that happened, I was just like, yeah, like go for it. And I'm like rooting for Shayna all the way because when Shayna was, I think she's not in NXT anymore, right?
I think she's officially on Raw. She got called up with Bianca.
Okay. So when Shayna was in NXT, I was rooting for Shayna, but then I was just like, I kind of want Bianca to beat her, but it didn't happen. So I was just like, okay, maybe another time. But because Shayna got called up, I was just like, oh, okay, I kind of want to see, Shayna do a little stuff. So I'm just like, okay. But I don't know. I don't think Shayna and Becky are doing anything together anymore, right?
No.
I would have liked for them to do something more, like actually like lead up into something because I feel like it was just short-lived for a brief like second and I wanted more out of it.
I have a fear about that. Well, kind of a fear, but that kind of plays into one of the other matches we'll talk about that Shayna's in.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this just to kind of like not clear the air, but Because like every episode that I'm like on, I'm somehow hyping Becky some way or another. I'm sitting here raving about her. And I mean, from other people's point of view, I get it, that they're tired of her. They, want something new. They want something else. They want, somebody else to have the title. Becky's had it for over a year, but it has nothing to really do with that with me. She's just such an incredible person. I've met her at a meet and greet once, and then kind of ish at a live show that we went to, and she's just such an amazing person. Just her personality, she's like the sweetest person ever, and it's like I can't like say anything like
bad about her.
Yeah, like I can't say like I want somebody else to take the title from her, because it's like, to me, I feel like she deserves everything. Like, she's just such an incredible person. So I'm a little biased when it comes to that. It's nothing personal or anything. And I mean, like I said, from other people's point of view, I get it. Like I said, like with the New Day, like I'm tired of them being champions. So it's like I completely get it. I guess
that's like where I kind of like agree and disagree. Which is like I've had an experience with her. It's like I'm not like whatever, but that's surpassed me. Like it's two different people. But I feel like I agree with both of you guys, but like also disagree because like Adam Cole's had the title for who knows how long because no one's counting his days. True. But at the same time, I think it's what is bothering people. Me personally with Becky compared to Adam Cole is that I agree with Gia when she went at WrestleMania last year. It was like, the underdog. Oh my gosh, she had her moment. This is awesome. Right. And I feel like once she transformed herself to the man, it's just been like she's just been coasting with the man. Like there hasn't been like any challenge. She hasn't evolved with the man.
Yeah,
I'm the man. Girl power. I beat everybody. I'm the best. That's it. Like it's not like she's there's. Do you guys keep on saying there's nothing to it. Like it's just she's still just the man. She comes out with a title. I beat everybody. I'm the best. I've been champion for this long. Who can beat me? Oh, you're next. Okay, boom, boom, boom. I beat you. Who's next?
I want to challenge with Becky. I want someone to evolve her a little bit. I'm not saying that Becky's not involved at all, but someone to be for instance, let's say Bianca steps up to her, oh, okay, you're trying to step up to me, and they're trying to bring the best out of each other within these matches, and it evolves them both a little bit more. That's right. That's why I feel like would be oh, okay, this is a little bit interesting. I kind of want to see Becky kind of retain herself from Bianca or something like that. So I understand what you're trying to say.
Right, because all of Becky's matches are still the same matches, the same format, the same movesets that she was when she was the last kicker. So it's she hasn't really changed anything except for her demeanor. And I think to me, it's just, I'm not saying she's boring, so I don't want this to come off
she's not boring.
But she's not boring, but it's when she walks into the ring, she's just it's neutral. There's nothing to her. There with the glasses, now she just walks out and then she just holds the belt, and it's
okay.
Okay, there's I just feel I don't mind Becky as a champion, but I need something. It's been a year since you've had it, and I feel like her gimmick's just been the same. And I think it kind of killed it when they did the couple thing to me, because it's I didn't mind the couple thing, which was fine, because don't call Seth the man's man, because there's two ways to take it. It's either that.
Oh, I had a problem with that. I had a huge problem.
To me, I took it as Seth is Becky's bitch, but then they were also no, he's the man of the man. I'm no, saying that Seth is the man's man, that's Becky. I was
I had a huge problem with that thing. The reason why I had a problem with it is because every single time, there was something going on with Michael Cole saying, oh, Seth and Becky are in a relationship. And I'm listen now, I scoped this stuff out. I already knew this. I already know this. Stop telling me every week that they're together.
Right.
It's like your mom nagging at you saying, hey, did you take the meat out? Hey, did you do the dishes? Or hey, did you clean the room? I was just please stop telling me they're together. Just stop.
Yeah. And it's with me, it's they weren't so Zelina Vega and Andrade, they were a couple on TV at the moment. No one really knew she was married to Aleister Black at the time. But my thing that really made me mad was okay, you got a legit wrestling couple, Becky and Seth. Awesome. Put them with a legit couple, like Jay or Jimmy and Naomi are like,
yeah.
you know, Charlotte and Andrade, like put them with a legit couple. Why are you putting them with just like Zelina Vega? And you put them with Lacey and Baron, like where did that pairing come from? So that's just my thoughts on Becky. I love her. I think like I don't mind her work. It's just she does nothing for me, I guess. It's just like when she comes on TV, it's like it's not like I feel so bad for saying this on an interview. Oh my God, I hope this doesn't come back and bite me in the butt. But it's like I feel like it's like, all right, well I know what she's about to say, so I'm gonna go to the kitchen real quick.
It's like she's an autopilot because I love Becky. I will say that, and I was like the biggest fan of her for years. And Christy, it was the thing that really got me with her was she was the underdog. I thought she was always a good underdog, and then when she actually became the top dog, it just didn't feel natural to me. Like it didn't feel like a good fit. And then on top of that, they were kind of building her like she was like the female Stone Cold Steve Austin. And then she wins.
Oh no, yeah, I felt it.
She wins the title, and then she's in a relationship kind of storyline. She's, you know, coming out and thanking the fans. Like Stone Cold never thanked the fans. First of all, that just kind of felt weird. It's like when she won the title, she just changed, and I didn't. It wasn't for me. And then also it's just like, and this is one of the things I blame the booking. Not a lot of people were familiar with Lacey Evans. You know, you main event WrestleMania, you make history, and then, you know, you're in a feud with someone people really aren't familiar with. And that's nothing against Lacey, but they didn't really do much with her in NXT, and then she was just, you know, strutting up and down the ramp for like 2 hours.
That was weird.
Oh my God, like I was so angry about that they did that with her. Like she'd come out and then she would leave, and I was just like, it gave me flashbacks to when I'm gonna hate when they say that, but WWE did this when they did this with Emma, and she would just come out and go back, and I was just like, I'm getting flashbacks and I'm getting angry. Like, don't do this, please, don't do this. Like, I get it, they're trying to introduce the fans to Lacey, but that's not a good way to go out for. Like, I wanted Lacey to kind of make like an impact, to be like, all right, I'm effing here, like this is my house now. Kind of like Bianca Belair, kind of. But like, I just wanted her to make a statement. Like I always like anybody that comes from NXT, they're like my baby. Like, cause I'm like, I seen you on TV, I see you go from this to that, and I'm proud to see you go to the big brand. And for you to go from NXT to Raw or SmackDown, and you just make a little fizzle and not a boom, I'm just like, what happened? So that's why, like certain people like Dana Brooke, I was, oh my God, when she first came and I was really into her, she came and I was just like, this is it, she's gonna do great things. And then like they took her off NXT and straight to Raw, and I was just like, what? Like, why? I was so confused. But with Lacey, like I have nothing against Lacey because I think she's awesome too, but I feel like there's got to be something else that can like just push her a little bit to where people will be like, I love Lacey, like she's awesome, like she's gonna do something. And that's what I want for her. Like I love her all my heart. I have nothing against her. I just want something like more from her, to where they're just like,
did she freeze?
That's what I like.
Oh, I was like, whoa, what happened?
Oh, my thing is saying that it's unstable. Okay, I said that I want them to do great things with Lacey.
I was like so invested. I was like, tell me more. And then all of a sudden, and I was like,
huh?
Whoa.
Oh yeah, I meant to say like I just hope they do great things with Lacey, because I want more from her. I want them to be like where Lacey's one of their top girls, like they have to like kind of utilize in a way. And I know not everyone can be utilized because this is wrestling we're talking about, but I just want them to do just a teat more with Lacey.
I think it's up to that point where like they have their top girls right now, so they're building their mid card. And I feel like switching her face, they did a good job doing that. It sucks the way they had to do it, because I feel like she was so hated that they had to like use her darter to like get her over, you know. But like I said, I love Lacey, so I kind of like what she's doing. I'm glad she's still getting used, because she could not be getting used at all, so that's a benefit. But like, I just everyone's like evolving. Like Bailey evolved, she cut her hair.
Oh yeah, and they're calling her like soccer mom.
Right, and like Sasha Banks is like a completely different person.
Mhm.
Lacey Evans is a completely different person, but then it's like back to Becky. She's just the man still, and it's like I need something more. You're good. You're like she cut this one promo against Kairi Sane. Do you remember that when she got missed? Or no, I think it was by Oscar. I don't remember who it was by, like two, but I remember she got missed by Oscar, and it was like the best promo I've ever heard her cut like in my life. And I was like, yeah, Becky, like tell her how it's done. And then like after that,
Yeah, Becky's very good on the mic.
Her promos versus Ronda Rousey were really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember there was a time where they didn't even want Becky to talk because she had like a really thick accent. I'm like, what? No, let her talk.
I love when her voice like breaks up as she's talking.
I love it
with her accent.
Cuts me up.
All right, so I guess next match. So Drew McIntyre defending the WWE Championship against Seth Rollins.
I'm gonna go with Drew because I want Drew to keep it. I'm tired of Seth Rollins.
I don't think he's gonna lose. And he just freaking beat Brock Lesnar. Like,
yeah, that right there alone is a great like accomplishment, and I want him to keep it because one, I don't want to see Seth win. If I see Seth win, I'm just gonna flip my table and be like, I'm done.
But if you think about it, he literally just lost his tag title, like 2 weeks ago? So, like, I don't see why they wouldn't put it back on him. Like, lose his titles and get them right back. Like, it's just like, let's just jump up with titles here, guys.
I need Drew to have it for a little bit longer. I want to see what he does.
Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing because I've actually been getting really, like, hyped for him lately. Because for the longest time, I always saw 3MB. It was.
Oh my God, it's so crazy to see what he came from 3MB to what he is now.
I know.
Like, it's so crazy.
The chosen one.
When he first
the chosen one, yeah, that's what I think of. The chosen one.
Yeah. When he first came back looking like he does now, I was like, whew, okay. But I still couldn't not see him in 3MB, and it took me so long to be like, okay, he's not that little, the little guy that comes out dancing, playing the air guitar anymore. I'm like, he's evolved now, but for the longest time, that's all I couldn't get into him.
I was total opposite.
Yeah.
I was like, once he was in 3MB and then, left and he came back, I was like, oh, he ain't 3MB no more.
Well, I said that too, but it's like every time I looked at him, I'm like, all right, you need to be playing your guitar now, like your air guitar, like what are you doing? I couldn't like not see it. But no, that win that he had at WrestleMania, it's so heartbreaking that there was no crowd there to, give him that cheer that he deserved.
Oh yeah.
So I can't see them putting the title on Seth. I hope they don't, which is hard for me to say because I love Seth as well. But I feel like this is Drew's time, and I feel like the division really needs to change with the champion. So I'm excited to see where Drew takes the title, seeing as they keep it on him. I can't see them putting it on Seth right after. Like, this is the first time he's defended the title, and for him to just lose it like that after beating Brock Lesnar, to me, it wouldn't make much sense. So I'm going to go with Drew.
You're not playing devil's advocate this time.
Wow, there's just so much shade being thrown around here.
Yeah,
don't ever get married.
Same thing here. I just don't see Drew McIntyre losing so quickly. And I feel like he's a Vince kind of guy. Like, he loves those bigger guys too, so I think they're going to really get behind him. And I mean, you won the Royal Rumble and beat Brock Lesnar. You invested so much in him, it would just be dumb.
But I do want to say something before we continue because this made me think of something. I forgot what year this was, but I know it was at WrestleMania, and I'm pretty sure everyone will remember when Zack Ryder won the Intercontinental Championship, right?
I was mad.
And remember, I think it was the next night and he lost it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That was very unfortunate because I remember cheering for. I was like, yeah, this is a new thing. This is a new beginning. It's possible because it happened to him, and I'm not saying Zack Ryder is Drew McIntyre. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying that they
I don't know what happened, but they do swap. Okay, they do. We're like, we made a mistake.
Yeah. Hopefully this isn't something where WWE is going to be like, I think this is a mistake, because I know a lot of people are hyped that Drew became the champion.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are hyped that Sasha Banks won the championship, and they kept taking it out of her.
That's a different story. We're not going to get into that right now. That's a whole other.
Yeah, she
Can of
cried.
worms.
I did. I'm not even gonna lie. I did. I cried.
Oh no.
But the other thing is, we also have to think Seth has also beaten Brock Lesnar a few times. So you have the Beast Slayer, quote unquote,
And the Kingslayer.
and the Kingslayer, apparently. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm going with Drew. I'm hoping Drew wins.
Oh, babe, can you turn on the light, please? Thank you.
Woo!
Oh, so much better. Okay.
Girl,
It's starting to get dark.
look at that brightness.
Let there be light.
That's what you should have done. Is just let there be light.
Yeah.
I don't think
Good pick. We're going Team Drew.
Yes.
Yeah,
Drew.
I think we all agree on that one.
All right, so now Bailey defending the SmackDown Women's title against Tamina Snuka.
I think Tamina. I'm tough about this. Tamina deserves it. She's been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time she had a title?
Never.
And it's like she's kind of just, I like to putting her on the back burner, and it kind of sucks.
It does, because like Tamina, like you said, Tamina has been around, and I'm just like waiting to where they build Tamina to where she's like she's ruthless, she's this, she's that, and everything else. And I'm like, okay, well, show it to me.
Right, like there's no titles, there's no
there's no nothing, and I'm just like, I kind of want to see what Tamina can do, like what they'll do with her, and also there can be a really good storyline out of this, because let's say, for instance, if Bailey beats Tamina, what's next? Who's next? You know? So I'm just like, let this little thing run a little bit, you know, or maybe let it be where, let's say, Bailey wins, but it's because Sasha or something like that helped her to win. And then boom, it goes into the next match. And let's say that Tamina does something to counter Sasha being involved, and then Tamina wins. So now you got this little feud going on because of the title. So I want so now that kind of contradicts of what I'm saying. Oh God. Okay. So I want Bailey to win, but the reason why I want Bailey to win so that this feud can go on. But if that's not the case, then I technically want Tamina to win. I'm stuck.
I guess you can get the same feud though, because like say like you said, Sasha like screws up Bailey, so Tamina wins. So then you got Tamina as a champion, but then you also got a feud between Bailey and Sasha. So it's like a win-win.
I just want a feud. I just want a feud here.
Right. So to me, it's like a win-win. It's like I'll be down for that. Even
I was just getting ready to say that because, like, if you think about it, like, A, how long has Tamina been around? A long time. B, she's getting up there in age, you know, like, I can't see her being around for too much longer. So it wouldn't surprise me that WWE would kind of give her a title just as, I don't want to say like
as a thank you.
Yeah, kind of thing. But like you said, I can kind of see that it's no secret that this feud has been secretly, subliminally building between Sasha and Bailey for so long.
Yeah, WrestleMania.
The little things, if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss it. But if you're paying attention, it's all there. So I can kind of see what's happening is during the match, Sasha kind of turn on Bailey and having Tamina win. So that way Tamina can hold the title for a little bit. That start the feud between Sasha and Bailey, and then Sasha take the title from Tamina because everybody knows they have history together. So I feel like it would be so I feel like it's kind of like a nice passing the torch between two really good friends, but also a good feud in the ring as well. And also that would set up the feud between Sasha and Bailey. However, I will contradict myself. I have been predicting these feuds for over a year now, and nothing has ever came true. So I'm just gonna end it right there because I have no idea when it's gonna happen. But that's my prediction. What I think is gonna happen. and I'm hoping it's gonna happen.
Either way, I think
they
it'll be a
have
good
putting on
match.
really good feuds. Well, in the
Yeah.
past. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that Bailey's gonna. This is my opinion. I think Bailey's gonna retain. They've been setting up that story with her and Sasha for so long. I could see Bailey retaining and then Sasha turning. I for the longest time I was thinking that Sasha was gonna win Money in the Bank, and then Bailey was gonna get paranoid and try to help Sasha cash in on like Becky, and then.
Wait, so I feel stupid for asking this, but with the Money in Bank briefcase, whoever wins it, they can cash in on Raw or SmackDown, or is it just whatever brand they're on?
I think it's Raw or SmackDown.
I think they have to choose.
No, they don't. I mean,
No, I think it depends on who wins it. Because there's half from SmackDown, half from Raw. So I think if a Raw person wins, they do the Raw title, right? Because if that's the case, they have to switch brands.
we addressed that, so I think that it could probably go either way.
They didn't do last year. Because remember who was it that had to choose?
That's the Royal Rumble winners.
Yeah, that's the Royal Rumble winners.
Yeah.
Imagine if they did do that. But back to your idea, JT. I like the fact that if I was gonna say Bailey. Woo. If Sasha does win it, that where like Bailey will think like, oh, okay, like my best friend won it. She's not gonna cash in on me, and come to find out she actually does, and she takes it and she's like, yeah, I'm the champ. You thought we were friends. We're not. This is mine. Bye. Like I can see that happening too.
So overall, it's full circle.
Yeah.
We get the best of both worlds because there's gonna be like anything that we said. It's been a feud. So like either way, we're gonna get that Sasha and Bailey feud because every way that we said that this was gonna play out, it ends with a feud. Whether Tamina wins, whether Bailey wins, whether Sasha wins Money in the Bank, like
you get a feud.
You get a feud, yeah.
I can also see Bailey like potentially winning and then, coming out on SmackDown and being like, I've beaten everybody here. There's nobody else for me, blah, blah, blah. And Sasha be like, what's up, girl?
There's me.
So I can see that happening too if Bailey wins, or retains, I should say. So I just want that feud. So like, I really don't care who wins. I just want that feud between.
I've been wanting that since freaking 2015.
So long.
The only thing is though, like if we had that feud, who turns back face?
Bailey.
Or
I don't want Sasha to face anytime soon.
I can't. The only thing
Sasha's weird as a face.
But I also don't think you can turn Bailey face because they had to do a drastic heel change. I don't think they would do another drastic.
Yeah,
face
she killed
change.
the Bailey buddies.
The only thing that if they do heel versus heel, because they rarely ever do that, so that would be a nice change if they kept both of them as heel, because both of them, neither one of them are in the position right now to turn face. After everything that Bailey did to turn, like she worked really hard to do a heel turn, and so I can't see her just going back to
going back to the ponytail, but like hugs everybody. Like you thought I'm sorry for everything I did. You want to hug everybody?
Right. I'll put duct tape on the Bailey buddies, but blow up again. I promise.
Yeah.
And I also can't. Sasha's character right now, like I've said this from a long time ago, Sasha's character she plays both a face and heel very, very well, but her character just works so much better as
a heel.
So much better as a heel. So I'm interested to see when they eventually do their feud, if they're going to keep it heel versus heel or if they are going to turn one of them face, because I'm curious to who. I
like the idea of them both being heels and just let the fans, let them choose who's the face and who's the heel. Because that's what they did with the Wyatt family and Shield a few years ago. They were heels.
That's what I feel like they'll probably end up doing. And then like when they start doing live events, then they may turn whoever the fans think is a face like fully face, but they may not do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone's turning face, it would have to be Sasha, because there's no way Bailey's just going to turn face that quick. Unless she like disappears and comes back and she's like, oh my God.
Yeah,
remember when I killed those Bailey buddies?
Yeah.
Remember when I said I'm your role model? Free hugs now.
Yeah, free hugs. Let's talk about it. She like comes back as like a therapist or something.
They could do a storyline where she can kind of do the whole, like, I went against my morals, I was influenced by Sasha, kind of like something like that. Because that happens when your best friend is kind of like
influencing you to do bad things.
Exactly. They could kind of, work that into the storyline. Because, like I said, I'm biased. I love Sasha. She's one of my favorites, and I don't want to see her turn face, and I want to see her win that championship, and she can hold it forever. Like, as what you were saying about Becky, she deserves it. She is, in my opinion, she is the best in the company. Like, when it comes to her in-ring skills, her ability to tell a story in the ring, character, charisma, like everything. She deserves, and they've never gone all in with her, which really bugs me.
But you also have to keep in mind, everybody wants her to have a long title reign, but at the same time, nobody wants her to turn into another Becky.
She's also.
But I don't think she will, because that's the whole word, like, evolving comes into play. Like, Bayley's evolved a lot, and she's still evolving, and it's like
that's true.
That straight line is still there
with Becky.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm not saying that I don't want Becky to have. Oh, not
like,
Becky.
I hope like that's not what it sounds like, because like, I'm not. I love Becky. Like, I just I'm like, eh. I feel so negative.
Like, don't feel that way. It's just I feel the same with Becky, but also with Sasha. I feel as though, like, yeah, I do want her to win the title, but I don't want I hate when it's like, okay, you won the title, what do we do with you now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that to happen. Like, I want it to be where, like, there's a plan of where, like, okay, she won the title, this is your next step, this is your next step, this is your next step. I want the person who has a title, it should be consistently evolving, not just riding the ghost,
Right.
WWE has a history of, like, having the underdog, after they become the top dog, they have a hard time making and building them. Like, they did good with CM Punk. They did good with Kofi Kingston as well. But then just like a lot of the other underdogs from the past, it
hasn't worked out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I feel like because they're trying to push people who like don't need to be pushed to that level.
Right.
Like they were good mid carders. They shouldn't be like the top dogs. So like CM Punk, to be honest, to me, CM Punk was a top dog even when he was a mid card, because he was underdog and he was that straight edge type person, but he also was still. Like, everyone loved him. So, like, to me, I don't think everyone doesn't, Sasha's good, but I don't think everyone loves Sasha like they love Bayley. Mm-hmm. So, it's like, I feel like what, like, Gia says, like, if Sasha gets it, it's like, what next? Because, like, their gimmicks are so, I guess, so stern and so compact that they don't have much room to maneuver with it. So, it's like, okay, I beat everyone, now what? I'm the boss. I feel
like there can be more to just saying that. There can be more to just saying, like, oh, I'm the man, I beat everyone, bam. I'm the boss, I beat everyone, bam. I feel like you can escape that realm to be like, okay, I'm the boss, I beat everyone. Because everyone kind of says that. You can like, kind of, I'm gonna pull a John Cena card here. When he had the US title, he was like, okay, I have this title. Who wants to take it? I'm giving an opportunity right now. That opens up so many doors to anybody of any brand, of any statue, of like, be like, all right, I'm taking this challenge. I want a shot. I want to prove myself. I thought that when Cena was the US champion, I thought that was really nice, because I was like, oh, okay, this gives an opportunity for anybody who wants to really, like, come out and prove themselves, versus saying, like, I'm this, I'm that, I beat everyone. Boom. Like, I get it. It's the arrogant, cocky heel doing what they do and love and whatnot. But I just want to see more to it. If they're the champion, they're just like, okay, I did this, I did that. I'm going to prove that I'm, said boss. Whoever wants to come and try to take this from me, go ahead. Try me. Something like that,
Well, even with that, I feel like what's weird is, like, even when they do say I beat everyone, it's like, Becky, Sasha, I beat everyone, like you said, boom. And they bring out the people they've already beaten. Like, stop bringing out the people they've already beaten for them to be like, I beat everybody, and I beat you again, and you again. Like, bring out more people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
like, you have a lot of girls in the locker room. Stop bringing out Charlotte, stop bringing out Sasha, Bayley. Bring out the Iconics. Bring back, like, Dana. Bring Carmella back. She was a great champion. And she literally said the same thing. Because Mella is money. And I miss Money in the Bank. She was literally that same person, but the fact that she was so annoying made her good. Because all she ever said was Mela is money. And it's like, you know what? I believe it. Mela is money. And you're about to get your butt kicked. Maybe that's what it is, too. Because, like, Carmella lost a lot. But whenever it was title runs or, like, title shots, she never lost.
Yeah.
But, like, that's like with Becky and with Sasha. They win every single match. And it's like, Right. So maybe that's why people feel like that certain way with those people. Because, like, Adam Cole loses a lot. Or, like, since he's with Undisputed Era, he doesn't really lose because he never takes the pin. Mm-hmm. But Undisputed Era loses all the time. But when the title's on the line, great matches, he never loses.
Right.
So maybe that's what it is. Since I'm like sitting here thinking about it now, it could be that.
Okay.
It could be like the whole clutch factor and stuff like that. I never really realized that with Adam Cole about him losing a lot without the title. I mean, without a title match or anything like that.
Because, I mean, doesn't he? I mean, it may just be like, I'm just thinking about it, but I would assume, like, I think they lose a lot of matches. Like, they put on great matches, but they lose a lot.
I'm going to look at it because there's a website that actually has their wins and losses. Like,
speaking of which, I'm gonna just, because this got me, like, really mad and really angry. I know this is, like, far off, like, super far off. I think I might be wrong with the event, but I think it was, like, it's not World Collides. I think it might have been a takeover or something like that. It was Undisputed Era versus Imperium. And I don't know if you guys saw the match or not. But something happened to one of the members on Imperium. They got knocked out because they didn't tuck their chin correctly. And I think two of the guys from Era knocked them out. And then I was thinking, like, okay, that's it. Era's gonna win. They got like 4 members, and I think they got like 2 or 3. Done deal. And and then something happened to where I'm watching the match and Imperium wins, and I'm like, what? Like, excuse me. Yeah. And they did the same thing for the War Games for the women's match. And I think Team Rhea wins, and I think Shayna Baszler team had more people. And I'm just like, what the heck is going on? But that was something separate.
Dakota canceled herself out when she turned on Tegan. I really
thought so it was only her and Rhea and Candice LeRae that was in the match.
Yeah, I was really upset that who was the leader on the other? It was Shayna. That's right. Yeah, Shayna.
Yeah, Shayna was the team leader, and then like what was it? Dakota Kai kicked out Tegan Knox. Yeah, and I thought that was pretty interesting. It was a long time coming anyway for Dakota because I like what she came from to what she is now, because what she was like this big old night. She was basically, I want to say basically like Bailey, but she was this happy-go-lucky, and I'm captain of Team Kick, and I was just like, okay, but there's something more to you. There's a dark side. Everyone has a dark side, and so it came out, and I was just like, I like this Tegan now. I mean, not Tegan. I like this Dakota Kai now. She's all right.
I don't even think it's like the fact that it's like she's so nice. I think what it is like when people have gimmicks like that, like super, super like over the top sweet gimmicks, their heel turn has to be so drastic. I think that's why Bailey popped everyone, because it's like Bailey's like, let's get hugs and I love you. Then it's like she comes out haircut and slashes her Bailey buddies, and it's like, oh my god. So like
what happened?
Dakota Kai kicked Tegan. It's like, oh my god, like
yeah,
like, it's like they went crazy, and it's just
it was just the fact that like Dakota Kai was overlooked, and I know how that feels. So when she snapped, I was just like,
yeah.
I love a good heel turn. I really do.
Yeah, like in 2019, there were so many damn heel turns, and they all were so awesome. Like heel, obviously Dakota, Io Shirai turned heel. AJ Styles turned heel again.
Was that when Becky turned on Charlotte?
That was 2018.
That was 18. Okay.
Yeah, that was the year before. That was a good heel turn too.
That was.
I wanted that for so long because I felt like Becky needed the character change. I loved her as a heel. I will say she was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But then when the fans started cheering for her, of course, WWE turns her face again. But
I don't even think she's face. I think she's literally she's like a tweener.
Right now,
Becky?
Yeah, Becky's like a tweener. She's really not even like
because she has people that do like her, and she has people that hate her.
But she doesn't cheat, but she also like doesn't really do any like face stuff. She's kind of just
that person.
Again.
I feel like she's just Becky, like.
Yeah, Becky's just Becky's just Becky. That's just the way to put it. Like
Becky's just Becky. I'm sorry that I made this conversation take like a big old left turn. I apologize.
No, it's wrestling, and that's what wrestling.
That's what we're here for. We're here to talk wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure.
No, we're here to talk Becky.
We're gonna get dragged so much. Everyone's gonna retweet this.
I know.
Becky Lynch haters and
I know.
Becky Lynch hater alert.
I'm like, no, we don't. None of us hate Becky. Like, no. So guys, no, we don't tweet, don't hashtag. We love Becky.
Cameron hates Becky.
No, I swear it's gonna be me. Like, and
It's not. I'm out of this one.
No,
you on your own for this one. I never said I hated Becky. I just wanted more from her. I never said like, oh, I hate Becky. And I know you never said you hated Becky. You just want more from Becky. That's all you want.
We all do. I just think I just need something. Like I loved when she became the man, because I was like, woman empowerment. Like, we are the man. Like, life can't happen without us. Mm-hmm. And then like after like 6 months, I was like,
I'm done.
All right. I'm still the man, and I can still run this world, and let's go get a donut. Like, yeah.
All right. So, oh man, Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt.
You already know who I'm choosing. I'm choosing the Fiend.
Everyone, I'm sure
Everybody here is choosing the Fiend.
Cameron.
And if you're not, we're disconnecting you. Just kidding.
I think she's going with Braun Strowman, her reaction.
No.
Like, yeah, I want Braun Strowman. I don't like the Fiend.
She got me the mask for my last birthday, was it, or was it Christmas? I think it's Christmas. Yeah, she gave me his mask.
He's a big dude, by the way, guys. I don't know if you've ever met him.
I never realized how big he was.
He's
like I didn't realize, like, I walked past him, I was like, you're a lot taller. Like, you are a big dude.
Oh, who did I see in person? I think it was like this has been multiple times, but what school? No, this was Culpeper. This was actually MCW. I'm sorry to take this off like a left turn again, but we ended up getting Billy Gunn. And what happened was that I've only seen him like on my TV like during the Attitude Era.
Right.
And so we ended up getting him, and I'm in my gear and everything. I'm trying to make sure everything goes right with the match that I'm about to have. And then I see Billy, and I'm like, I always get like this nervous thing of where like, should I say hi to these people? Because I'm like, am I gonna bother them? I'm like, just go do it, because you don't want any bad publicity saying like Gia doesn't want to say hi to wrestlers or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like walking, like we're at a far distance. I'm like, oh, okay. And I get closer and closer, and I'm like, wait a minute, he's kind of huge. And then I was like, hi, I'm Gia. He's like, hi, I'm Billy. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, he's like huge. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, he wasn't tall. He was just really muscular. And I was just like, Jesus.
That's how it was with when we met Drew McIntyre.
Oh, he's tall.
Woo! So so he was at I surprised him with tickets to a live event that was in Baltimore back in December, and I had gotten it was like the premium, I forgot the superstar experience, and it had like 3 meet and greets, and the only thing that kind of sucked was you didn't know who you were meeting. You were like in a room and they were just like brought them in one by one. Mm-hmm. But McIntyre was one of them. And so I've obviously met Gia in person, but Cameron, I haven't met you. I'm very short. I'm 4'9.5".
Oh yeah, you were like to my, I think like what, maybe close to my chest? Am I a little off? I don't know.
Let me see.
Wow.
Here's a picture.
Yeah, because I'm a pretty tall girl. I'm like 5'8".
So am I.
I'm this is like kind of like,
oh my God.
Kind of like, well, and she's like kind of like bent over a little bit too.
Yeah.
She's like one of those little like hunchies where you're
like, not the full one. But yeah, so me standing next to Drew McIntyre, he is, let me see.
You get a picture with him?
I did. I don't have it on my phone, but I'll have to send it to you. But it's so funny. And I have a picture standing next to Kane when I met Kane too, and that's even funnier. But Drew is so freaking tall, and it's like, here's him, like, here's me, like, on the here. I think I can't,
it's just crazy. Alistair Black is another person that is a lot taller than you think he is, because we were getting checked out for like extra talent or something. And of course, guys, my man walked past me, and he was like, where's Kenny? And I was like, that way. But side note, I was the first one to answer that question, and I was like, you're welcome. And then Alistair had walked past, and he's like, okay, so I'm gonna tell you, like, left turns. Sorry, I'm doing.
See, she's told him about
And he like, and this was like only weird if we weren't in wrestling, because he like came back then, he like stopped, like looked at all the guys, and he's like, you and tall one in the back, come here. So this other dude walks up, and he's like, take your guys' shirts off. And we all look, and he's like, this is only be weird if we weren't wrestlers, but since we're wrestlers, it's not weird. And we're like, yeah, or whatever. And he like walks past me, and he's like, I'm like I said, 5'9". He's probably like at least 6'1". Like he's a tall guy, and he's just super lean, but like he doesn't look that tall. And he's like, he stood next to me, and I was just like, I was like, all right. So
I mean, that's like pretty much me to everybody, but when you get somebody that's like an extremely like tall person, like over 6 foot, it's like
yeah.
I didn't meet this person in at a meet and greet, but I was at I think a house show, and I've never ever, and I mean ever, at that point ever saw Charlotte in person. So when I wasn't expecting her to have a match that day. I was just like, oh, I'm here, I'm gonna be watching people and whatnot. I hear her music coming. I was like, oh my god, is Charlotte about to come out? And then she comes out, and I'm like, oh my god, Charlotte came out. And then like I'm looking at her, I was like, wow, she's really beautiful. And like on TV, I mean, like I see TV Charlotte all the time, but like when I saw her in person, I was like, wow, she's really pretty.
Yeah. No, I
fangirling.
Same thing. We did practice matches at Raw one day, and like she came up to talk to the girls like after, and literally I had the same reaction. She walked up, and she was like in like those like heel boots and like a cute top, and she's like, hey ladies, how are you? And I was just like, you're so pretty.
She is.
Like I don't know if it's like when she sweats and it's just like different, or like I don't know, but in real life, like she's like, it's like that thing like, you know when like a really cute girl walks on the street and all the boys are just like frozen. That's the girls, like when they see Charlotte in person, we're like,
like, she's really pretty. And I was just like, I'm like looking at her while she's walking down. I'm like, you're so pretty. Like, that's
probably why everyone stares at her like in her entrance. Everyone's just like, oh my god. You're so gorgeous.
It was an amazing experience.
Yeah, she's one of the other people at the meet and greet that we were at, and she's so sweet too. And she's another one that I just can't hate her no matter, you know what I mean, like, or dislike her in any way, just because like I met her in person and she's just so nice, whether it was fake or not, you know what, it doesn't matter. But
I've heard she was a nice girl.
I heard she was too. So she's very sweet and she's so pretty, and I can't not like her. I know she's got a lot of haters, but
She probably does. Like people are like, we're tired of Charlotte. Like I've seen nasty comments about her, and I'm just like, I hate it. I hate it so much. And I'm like,
that's why I'm kind of happy that she's like with Andrade, because it's like she's just. I feel like the moment she started messing with him, she's just like something about her just glows. I don't know if it's her confidence because he's like always on her, like. Mm-hmm. Because on social media, do you read their comments on social media? Like, he is, like, they are
so together. And I love the most. So I was, like, reading about their, like, when they, like, got together and stuff like that. And apparently, when they had, like, first gotten together, he wasn't as good at English. They both had to use, like, to, like, communicate with each other. And I'm like,
oh, that is too cute.
That's dedication right there, though. You know what I mean? Like, if you're doing all that to, be with somebody, you really want to be with that person.
And fun fact too of Zelina and Andrade, she didn't really know any Spanish, so he kind of taught her as she kind of taught him English, because she's from Jersey. She's not. She's not.
Ah, okay.
Interesting. I never knew that. Never knew that.
Yeah, it was on her. She guested on that Lillian Garcia's podcast, Chasing Glory.
Oh, Chasing Glory.
Yeah, she was using her real voice too. She doesn't have that accent in real life too.
That's crazy. That's crazy. The things people do, man.
Mm-hmm. The things people do. For
Yeah.
All right, so now we've made it to the Money in the Bank ladder matches. I feel like we're climbing this, mountain. So both Money in the Bank ladder matches are supposed to go on at the same time, which is going to be crazy, and I love it because it's creative. WWE did a lot of creative things during WrestleMania to counteract the no crowd thing, and I feel like this is kind of going to be one of versus them just being an empty ring,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this. I can see the men and women kind of running into each other and stuff, them having them segments and
But is this the men's Money in the Bank match? And no, this is the women's.
Right.
So it's gonna be really, really freaking interesting seeing this go down. So for the men, you got Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, King Corbin, Otis, and AJ Styles. Women.
Whoa, that was a lot of names. Read that off again.
Oh, I need to see this list.
All right, what do we got? Okay. So we have Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
Aleister Black.
Okay.
King Corbin.
Okay.
Otis. And AJ Styles.
You will do one match at a time versus I was about to start naming the women.
Think about Aleister Black hitting a black mass down someone down the stairs. How great would that be? He's walking up the stairs and just hits a black mass and
bam, I just tumble
down the staircase.
I could actually see something like that. I see someone falling down the stairs.
That'd be great.
Camron knows all about that. We're talking about that.
Guys, I've been there. I've been there.
And they've done that.
As long as it's into catering, then I feel their pain.
I think I want between Aleister or maybe this is really far fetched, but I want Otis to win.
Oh, that's a bold prediction.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a really bold pick. I want Otis and Aleister to win. I don't want that ginger ale. Okay. I don't want King Corbin to win.
Oh no.
For some reason I don't know why.
I do kind of.
Kind of. I think we need to
He's kind of.
kick her out.
He's kind of. I don't want AJ.
He's my hometown hero, okay?
I'm so sorry.
Actually, he's not, by the way. If anyone does not know this, because I'm throwing shade, you can hashtag this. Baron Corbin is not from Missouri. He's from Kansas, guys.
Oh.
He's from Lenexa, Kansas, but went to school and college in Missouri.
Oh.
If you guys didn't know that, that's why they say he's from Kansas City.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so they say that he's from Kansas City, but they don't say Missouri or Kansas.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is an interesting fact. We learned a few new things here.
No one knows that unless you're from Missouri, because we all say, because everyone's like, we don't claim Baron Corbin.
We don't claim this guy.
That's funny.
But yeah, I want Otis and Aleister to win. I think for me, Otis, I don't know, I could picture it. I really could, but I don't know what WWE would do with him. So I'm just like, I don't know. But then there's Aleister. And I'm thinking maybe, but I just don't know, okay? I don't know. But I want them to win.
Okay.
So what about you, Camron? Or you said King Corbin, right?
No, no.
He's disclaiming him.
I'm kind of torn between Corbin and Aleister. I'm more on the Aleister side than I am the Corbin side, but Corbin is like the modern day Miz to me. Like, he's so hated, but he's so good. You know, like he's very underrated for how good he is.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I want Corbin to win in that aspect. But I'm leaning more towards Aleister because I would love to see him as a champion.
Me too. I think it's long overdue. I mean, he was champion in NXT, but like, I want him to be champion on the main roster.
Right.
And then imagine Aleister, and let's say Drew McIntyre does win his match. Let's say them two kind of like clash. Like that's just the match just burning up in the pot right there. Yeah. And I could see that. Like that right there, that's a good match.
Yeah.
Or if Bray Wyatt wins the title back and then Aleister wins Money in the Bank, and they go at it with both of their.
Oh, Aleister and oh my God, that'd be beautiful. That'd be a beautiful match right there. I like the way you think.
That's a beautiful.
What is Gia? What was this?
I don't know.
She's like, oh my God.
Huge.
But that would be a really nice match for that. Like Drew and Bray Wyatt. Oh. I'd be so glued to that TV. Dion couldn't take me off of it.
I don't know.
You don't know.
So this is the thing.
You want to say Rey Mysterio? I know it.
I don't.
That didn't sound convincing.
That's like her.
I don't, but.
I mean, it's like I do, but I don't. So the thing is, like, with my work schedule now, I work late Monday nights, and I have to be back at work at 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. So I haven't watched Raw in a minute. So I don't know, like, what's really going on Raw, except for, like, the little bits and pieces that I see over Twitter. So I can't really say I think this person is going to win with everything that's been going on Raw, but who I want to win, I would like to see Aleister Black win, or Otis, just because it would be something new.
Oh, be careful saying Otis' name, and that Stephanie will unfriend you in a second. One of our O-Face team members, she cannot stand Otis.
I think he's funny.
He's funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is adorable, especially like the whole like Otis and Mandy thing going on. Like legit, it's the most simplest like storyline, but you had so many people invested, and I was one of them. And I was just like, oh no, Otis, come here, give me a hug. It's gonna be okay. Like, and then when he finally got Mandy, I was just like, yeah. He got his speech.
It was
beautiful.
As far as the other guys, I mean, like Daniel Bryan, King Corbin, AJ Styles, they're all kind of like fan favorites. Like people are used to them winning. You know what I mean? Like especially even kind of like Rey Mysterio. You know, so it's like I want something different that. You know, I just want something kind of new. I don't want the same person to keep like winning. Not that any of the other guys don't deserve winning, but I just kind of want something new. So you know what? I take that back. I'm gonna go with Otis. I really want Otis to win now, just because I feel like it's gonna be least expected for him to win. I really want him to pull it off now.
Delete.
So happy now. Team Otis and Aleister.
See, for me, I'm not gonna lie. I want AJ Styles to win.
Oh, boo!
Shocker.
I'm usually one of those people who feel like Money in the Bank should be building the future, and I still agree with it. But I love AJ Styles so much, and I love seeing him champion. He is you hate him or not, he is a good wrestler. He is a great heel, and I don't know, but my gut feeling is that WWE is gonna give it to King Corbin. That just it scares me thinking about that, but that's the way, you know, they love King Corbin. You know, you think about it, you know, he beat Kurt Angle in Kurt Angle's last match. He's the King of the Ring winner. He did win Money in the Bank before, and then they kind of I don't know, my gut feeling is they're gonna make or have him win. But as far as I want to win, I want AJ. I would love Aleister too. I am a big Aleister fan.
Doesn't AJ have a feud with someone right now? Isn't he feuding with someone?
Who, Alistair?
No, AJ just came back. I'm just kidding.
So
I was like, I swear I just saw him on Raw. I was so confused. Okay, no, just kidding. Don't scratch everything I just said. Don't mind me.
Also, a fun fact, guys, for those of you who don't know, Kurt Angle's retirement match was actually supposed to be with John Cena.
What happened?
Why?
He told me, but I kind of like blinked out when I met him because I was kind of in shock. Gia knows I was like shooken up after I met him.
Oh yeah, because the anniversary show, Kurt Angle was there for the first time. Yeah. It sucked. Also, because you made me remember this. So because something happened where I don't think there was any women's match on the Angle show. I don't think there was.
Mm-hmm.
And so Kurt Angle, like, I said hi to him, and he was like, he said hi to me, and I said hi back. He was like, "Oh, are you wrestling today?" And I wanted so bad to be like, "Yes, I am," but I was like, "No, I'm not, sir. I'm not wrestling today." And I was so disappointed because I'm like, oh man, like, oh, this is heartbreaking. Because, like, what if I had a match and he's like, I like this Gia girl. And I'm just like, oh, that's nice. But now we'll never know because I never had a match that day. And I'm just like, that was a perfect day. The crowd was huge. Angle was there. It was perfect.
Right.
That day. I'm so mad.
I hate when you meet someone, like, forget the whole conversation. Like, I remember I was at Evolve with Tommaso. And, like, like, when, like, you kind of, like, you started meeting, like, bigger people, it's, like, don't fangirl. But it's, like, still, like, that little small part of you, like, your body is, like, I got to fangirl.
Yeah.
I literally was talking to Tommaso, and I was like, have you seen, like, did you see my match? And he was like, no. And I kid you not, I don't remember what we were talking about. But, like, when someone talks to you, they put their hand on, like, your leg for a second, just, like, no, but, like, remember what we were talking about. He did, like, one of those. And I was like, he touched me. But then I was like, I had to, like, go back to, like, listening to it, but I had missed, like, a whole 2 minutes of that conversation because I was like, oh my God, like, he touched my, like, this knee. Like, it was
this knee is holy right now.
I was like,
I hate when that happens because I like the stars that we do get at MCW. I'm like, I tell people, like, hey, like, anybody that comes in and they're new or anything like that, because we do get new students, we're like, hey, like, give them a breathing room, give them their breathing space, make sure they feel welcome. And then this actually reminds me of a time when Rosa Mendez first came to MCW, but there was like a day or event where she came, and I think it was the Four Horsemen show. She might have been there for that one. And it was my first time seeing Rosa, like, in person. She was wearing this nice red dress. And something happened to where me and my friend, we were standing by the stage. And by the stage, there's an exit way to where the wrestlers can go out. Yeah. And she walks by with our security guard. His name is actually Jason. It wasn't Jason. His name's RJ2. We call him RJ number 2 because we have a RJ number 1. So they're walking by. Me and our friend we had a conversation. Then we stopped and we saw Rosa and we saw her walk by, and we're both looking at each other and we're like, God, she's so pretty. Followed her and we just didn't want to say anything while she was walking because we didn't want to make it weird. But we're just watching her. We're like, oh, God, she's pretty. She's really pretty. Like, whenever she would come back, we would just stop talking and just silently just watch her go by.
God, I think we're the most, like, awkwardest people. Like, even, like, when we know, like, not to be awkward, it's like, you guys, like, JT, I love Ricochet, but, like, so my main love of his business is Adam Cole. Anyone, like, that knows me can, like, tell you, like, I love me some Adam Cole. And he was in Troy one day, like, for a meet and greet, because we had, like, him, Ryback, Nick Aldis, and, like, some other people. And I have to even show up to show you guys this. Like, it was so awkward. So, like, he was talking to someone, like, like, don't be awkward. Don't, like, be around this bubble. So we have, like, this little huddle, and we're all like, oh, my God, it's Adam Cole. Like, we love Adam Cole. Because he walked in, it's like, he's just so cute. And I was like, I'm going to say something. My friend was like, me too. So, like, we're going up to walk up to him to, like, shake his hand. And he turns around and starts talking to someone. So
we're just like, oh.
We're like, okay, well, wait. And then he, like, turns around and we start walking back up. We turn around again and we're like, okay, it's fine. We'll wait again. It's fine. No problem. We'll wait. And then, like, he turns back around and we start, like, walking behind him. And then, like, he's he's standing like this and he kind of like turns his head, and I was just like, I got really scared. And then he was doing an interview with AJ Austin. I don't know if you guys have seen him. He does interviews with people all the time on like YouTube. And so he's like sitting down in a chair with AJ Austin, and I'm literally sitting behind the camera like waiting for him to get done. And he gets done, and I'm like, hi, I'm Camron. I was gonna say hey to you early, but you look busy, so I didn't say hi, but I want to say hi now because you're awesome. And I was like, oh no. I was like, why did I just say that? And he was like, hey, and I was like, I was like, why am I like? I was like, why am I so dumb? And he was
I totally
and I just like stared at it.
Meet and greets can be like
intimidating.
Yeah, and like not even if it's like whether it's like a paid meet and greet that like you're going to, or if you're like at an event that they're there, like either way it's just kind of like it's awkward for me, like, but in general I'm just kind of like a socially awkward person, so like when I know for a fact like I'm meeting somebody, I have to plan like in advance, like what I'm gonna say. Like I plan the conversation out in my head. Like
that's so cute.
I have to. And the thing is, like when I met Sasha for the first time, I had everything planned out that I was gonna, it's not like it was gonna be a whole thing, but I had planned out what I was gonna ask her, how I was gonna greet her, and I walk up and I had I think I had like a her action figure that I was gonna have her sign or something, and I walked up. I put her on the table, and she said hi to me, and I was like, hi.
Yeah, I remember you telling me this. You had
like,
everything planned. You just like, hi.
He just like froze, and I just went blank, and that was the first time that ever actually happened. Thank gosh, out of all the wrestlers that we've met, that was the first time that I just like completely blanked, and I just like froze, and I was like, I feel so stupid.
And it's so bad because it's like once you come back to like realization like what just happened, you're like, the one time I got to meet this person, like this is what awesome.
So another awkward, this is like kind of getting off topic with me now, but another awkward moment.
Pulling a Gia.
That's the bad thing, like hashtag pulling a Gia.
I don't remember, what year was it that we met Kelly?
2013.
So 2013, and fun fact, this was at MCW, but we didn't stay for the show or anything. We literally just went to meet her, and then we left. But at the time...
I feel like an asshole for doing that now.
Well, yeah, now we do.
Potentially a good show.
I know. But I don't think I had anything planned to ask her because I didn't really know, like, who she was that much, and I didn't know like too much about her, but I wanted to meet her because I did watch wrestling and I knew who she was. And so oh my gosh, I hate myself. So she signs the picture, and then the guy was like, all right, like she has the combo, like she's gonna get a picture. And she's like, all right, cool. So she stands up, and I'm standing next to her, and I can't remember if I think he took the picture, and the only thing, oh my God, the only thing I could think to say, and I'm not even joking, is I looked at her and I said, you smell really good. Why? And I asked her, and she was like, she wasn't like weird. She was like, thank you. And I asked her what perfume she was wearing, and she was like, and then she was like thinking for a little bit, and I'm like, you know what? It's okay. It's fine. No worries. Really good. And I was like, oh my God, I hate myself so much.
That's like my toast, my grocery story.
I hate that. I'm like, I go to the grocery store and I'm like walking by, and then someone else walks by, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, you smell good. Like, come back. What did you use?
It's like you're a nice smelling person, and you're like, wait, what? What?
Like, what?
Excuse me. I apologize for my outburst. Don't mind me. I'm just
being weird.
I feel like it's less weird when you like admit that like that's weird. It's kind of like when you're walking, like you touch someone's butt, and you're like, I just touched your butt. It's like less awkward than I like. I'm just a very for wrestlers, we should be more confident and more like energetic and outbursts, but I feel like we're so awkward.
No, I'm always energetic within, because when I first came to MCW, my coach Dean, he automatically off the bat, he was like, "You're really nice," and I'm like, "Yes, I am." He's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Eh?" I was like, I've always been like that since birth. My mom called me her little Woodstock baby. She's like, I was born in the wrong era. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, you're like, I've always been nice and friendly to people that I didn't know. Like, I kid you not. One day I was in at the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, and there was this girl, and we were flyering our show down there, and I had on a fanny pack. She had these color contacts. They were like blue. And we were kind of like walking in the opposite direction, and I saw her eyes. She saw my fanny pack, and she was like, "Oh, I like your Jesus Christ, that little boy!" I don't know if you guys heard that. She was like, "I like your fanny pack." I was like, "I like your contacts," and then we just had a conversation off of that. And one of my wrestling friends, he came up to me. He was like, "Hey, who was that girl?" And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. They're like, why were you talking to her like you knew her? I was like, we just started a conversation off of contacts and fanny packs. That's how we started. Like, I am a really friendly person.
I'm like,
within wrestling, and that's why when I first turned heel, people were just like, "Who? Why? Wait a minute, hold up, you're heel and now you're friendly." Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. Like, they were confused. But I'm always an energetic person. Like, when you meet me, it's just I get what's the right word to say? Because I don't want to curse on here. I get so into my head. Yeah, there we go. I get so into my head about thinking like, should I say hi to this person? Should I not say hi to this person? like, what do I do? But then I'm like, stop beating yourself up. And then I'm like, hi, I'm Gia.
It's like a 10-minute conversation with it.
Yeah.
I'm like energetic too, but it's kind of like I do a lot of weird stuff. Like, I'll trip and fall, or like I'll like say some weird stuff, and I feel like I just have to, like, if I say it out loud, it's not as awkward for me.
Mm-hmm.
So like maybe that's like I was on the plane going to a recruitment camp, and I remember I fell asleep. And there was this lady, like the middle seat was empty, and she was like on the outside seat, like in the aisle. And I had pulled my tray down, like I like ate my snack and like my drink. And I remember I woke up, and my like all my food, like all my like trash was gone, and then like the little tray was pushed up. And I looked up at the lady, and I was like, "Thank you." And she's like, "You're welcome." And I was like, "What are you doing on this plane?" And we just like had this conversation when I woke up, and like they were like, "Oh, are you guys traveling to Florida together?" I was like, "Nope, just met her." And they're like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, she's nice, and she's going to go for a dance competition." And I was like telling this guy like this whole story about like this lady I just met. I was like, "Have a great day. See you. See you on the next flight. Bye."
I don't even know how we got to this point, honestly. I don't remember. I know that we were talking about team Alistair and team Otis, but that's it. I don't know how we got down this path.
We started talking.
Because we're nice people, Gia, and we like to talk to people. Okay.
Me, I'm sorry.
That was you.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah, it wasn't me. It's not my fault this time.
I was like, was it me? What did I say?
Christy.
Sorry. That's funny. I love this. I love this interview. This is great. This is fantastic.
Yeah, it is definitely fun.
It's always nice. It's always friendly. So
yeah, right.
I enjoy it.
We're different than other podcasts.
I guess.
So what's next on the list?
Like that.
All right, last but not least.
The last you're
I know, but I was making sure that this was the last. Is the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We got Asuka.
Okay.
Shayna Baszler.
Ooh.
Versus Nia Jax.
Okay.
Versus Dana Brooke. Versus Lacey Evans. Versus Carmella. Why are there so many?
6.
One, 2,
3 from each brand.
4. Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah.
Wait, Sasha's not in this, right?
Sasha's
No.
not in. But I feel like there is a reason for that.
Unless someone gets hurt. And
I want Shayna.
So I heard a rumor that Shayna. Now again, this is a rumor, but I heard a rumor that Shayna is gonna win the men's Money in the Bank Yes. Again, rumor. Please
Where did you
don't.
hear that rumor from?
I don't know where.
That's a big rumor.
It's like she crawls like climbs up the wrong ladder and grabs the wrong briefcase. She's like, oh shit.
Oh my god, imagine if that happens, like she gets all the way to the end and then she accidentally grabs the wrong briefcase. Imagine if like somehow like the women ends up accidentally getting into the men's side and the men's side accidentally get into women's side. Or let's say the women are in the men's side and then the like one of the men like comes in and see like Shayna climbing up the ladder and grabbing it, and then boom, Shayna takes it off. She looks at it, she realizes it's the men's briefcase, and she's like, "What the heck?" But that right there, that would be pretty shocking. I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like,
I would like that, to be honest. I would laugh.
So does that mean like a male wins the female one? Like,
I can see. Well, I feel like they would still have the. Cause I'm trying to think who else. I feel like the only person that would go for like the men's money bank if we're going up that ladder would be Asuka, because Asuka's just like that crazy like.
I don't care, man.
Like I thought she would just like dance her way into like the men's briefcase, and she would do like the what is it that dance that she did? Was she was like on the ramp and she was like.
Yeah, she was going back and forth. But yeah, that would be a really interesting idea if they did do that. I'd be all for it. But if that did not happen and we're just sticking to the normal way, I would honestly want Shayna to win it. And Shayna is on Raw, right?
Yes.
So then, if that happens, and let's say Becky doesn't have a match, right?
No.
Okay, so that sets up for Shayna getting Becky.
Yep. That's what I meant earlier.
That's my planning.
Like that feud, since you mentioned it was short-lived.
Yes.
I don't know if I see, or the Shayna could have her little henchwoman, attack Becky, and then Shayna comes in, because we haven't seen Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir on NXT for a minute.
Yeah.
I heard that the reason why they left them there because they wanted to see what Shayna could do on her own up on the main roster. That's what I heard. I think I may have read it off of an article or maybe a tweet or something like that, but that's what I heard. That's the reason why they didn't bring them up with her as well. But
Shayna was good by herself on NXT though, wasn't she?
Huh?
Wasn't Shayna good on NXT by herself?
Yeah, Shayna was good by herself, but they brought in Jessamine Duke and Maria Shafir, and that kind of elevated her. They kind of add a little bit to the pot. But putting Shayna aside, I would like to see what those two can do, maybe together or even by themselves, because Shayna was their strong piece in their faction that they had. So I want to see what they can do by themselves, and that's the reason why they're at NXT. So I would like to see what they can do without Shayna. And maybe they just go on their separate ways to see, okay, Shayna's doing this. Shayna, let's see what she can do, and let's see what they can do by themselves. I rest my case.
That makes sense, because a lot of people complain when they talk about 4 horsemen versus 4 horsemen. They say that Marina and Jessamine Duke, they haven't established themselves yet, so this gives them that opportunity to kind of let us see them be established, because when you're being in the shadow of Shayna Baszler, it's kind of hard to stand out. Mm-hmm. So this would give them an opportunity to develop more and kind of be their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so who wants to do the next prediction?
You guys. I'll go last because I have no idea where I'm going yet.
I don't even have anything to say.
We're up for sauce.
I win this one. I had a good establishment of who I want to win.
I want Asuka to win. I won't be mad if Shayna wins. For me, it's Asuka or Shayna. I don't really.
I would like either. I don't know. I would really like either Lacey or, and I can't even believe I'm saying this, Dana Brooke to win. Again.
What? Wow, Gia had an opinion about that one.
Again, I just kind of want somebody new,
I can understand that.
That's the only thing that I can say is I just want, and look, I'm contradicting myself after I just was like, I don't care if Becky holds a title, whatever, but I want something new here. But no, I mean, like, Dana Brooke's been on the main roster for 4 years, never held a title. Lacey has improved very much in the ring, and I mean, she's always been good on the mic, but she's really kind of like built herself up too. So I could see her potentially getting getting the briefcase as well. So I'm gonna. But Nia Jax also just came back, so they kind of have to like build her back up.
The thing is for me is that I don't know why, but when it comes to like, how do I say this? When it comes to people like like Tamina or Nia Jax, they say they're like this unstoppable person, but then when it gets to the point where like, okay, show me, and it's not what we expect. And I'm just like in the beginning when Nia came to just NXT in general, I was like, oh, okay, I like her look, I like her style, and I kind of wanted more from her, but she was new, so I understood. But where she's on Raw now, and I'm like, okay, you're this unstoppable force, you're this and that, but I'm like, okay, what more can you bring to the table to where I'm like, I'm invested? And the same thing goes for Dana Brooke. Like, she was on NXT, I was so for her. She was, I think she at one point she had like a gimmick called like, maybe I'm wrong here, but it was like something like the Barbie Killer or something, or Diva Killer or something like that. It was something of that nature. She was just like, I'm different than everyone else, and like I'm here to end like like everyone else, something of that nature. I would have to like look back on it, like way back on it, but I was interested. Or they were saying like she was like the total diva or something of the nature, to where I was invested. And where she's at now, I'm just like, it's so different in my head. It's like, it's past my bedtime. Oh my god. It just wasn't the same to me, and it feels like she's coasting at the moment. I don't know why, but I want more to her, to elevate her to where she's like a key player, a key opponent in this whole mix, to where everyone's not overlooking her. Because I feel like people are definitely gonna overlook Dana Brooke, but it's like, I don't want that to happen. I want it to be like, if it happens, it's like, oh wow, like, you know, she did it, like we can get behind her, not like, why'd you choose this person? Doesn't make sense, you know? Like for instance, I'm gonna go back to this little scenario, but like when Zack Ryder won the Intercontinental Championship, everyone was just like, oh my god, he did it. Like, that was a feel-good moment, and I want that to happen for, let's say, Nia Jax or even Dana Brooke, and everyone's like, okay, we can get behind this person. It may not have been who we thought we would want to win, but it happened. We're still behind this person, you know, no matter what. So I need a little bit more from. They're just coasting.
Because you could have a whole year to cash in that briefcase. So you know, someone like Dana Brooke could win and then kind of develop her character in the meantime. That's like the one good thing about Money in the Bank. It's not like there's like, you have to cash it in, you know, or something like that. Like, you have that time, and that's what like Carmella did. Like, she was the only female to win that, you know, Money in the Bank and actually hold it more than a day, because Bayley and Alexa cashed in that very day.
Yeah, that same day, and I was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think Bayley actually had like the shortest woman's time. Like, she only held it for like 2 hours.
Yeah, it was crazy, but I mean, Alexa really didn't. She would have been a good Miss Money in the Bank, but she didn't really need to develop anything. She was already there. So, like, it would give someone like Dana a good opportunity to, like, really. She's the only one I really feel like really needs the most character development out of everyone in that match. Like, Asuka's there, Shayna's there. Has something going on, you know.
Now that I think about it, okay, so if Shayna doesn't win, I would like to see Dana, because you're right. She needs a little bit more character development. I could like that. Her holding the briefcase could like help her do that, you know. And I could see it. I could see it.
I'm not gonna lie. So I have never been a big Dana Brooke fan. Nothing against her or anything like that. She just never really did anything for me in the ring. Her character, like, I just didn't really care for her. Again, like, nothing. I love
her entrance, which is that.
Her entrance when like she would do that flip. Oh, it set the mood for me.
Dun, 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 dun.
But yeah, she never really did much for me, but I don't really know what it is, but within the past, few months, I guess, I just feel like she's really improved in the ring, and, like, I give her so much credit now.
She has some spice to her. Like, when Ronda was champion, she stepped up to Ronda.
Yeah,
you know.
she's really, like, proven herself, and I give her a lot of credit for that. Like, she's really been busting her ass, like, just training and really improving herself. Like, she posted, I think either, I don't know, I'm not following her, but I saw it on Twitter, like Instagram or something. She has a ring in her backyard. Like, I give her a lot of credit now. And I feel kind of bad for all the times that I'm just like, not really caring for her. So that's why I say, like, I would like to see her win, just because, like, she is trying, and and she has improved a lot in the ring, in my opinion, as well. So, I would like to have her win just because of that, just to kind of give her a chance and give her that little push, because I kind of feel like she's been the underdog for so long and she hasn't really been given the chance to show her full potential on what she is capable of. So
now I kind of want Dana to win. It's like this story just,
sounds convincing, doesn't it?
Now, so hot question time.
No.
Oh, I knew one of y'all would think of something.
Can we not, guys? It's been a long day.
No, we're doing it. We're doing it.
For who?
This is what I'm never doing an interview with you guys again. You guys in these hot questions are giving me anxiety.
Wait, but I've never done a hot question. I'll take it for Cameron. I'll take it for Cameron.
And you guys don't
do the worst.
Yes, you guys are getting all wound up for nothing.
Okay. If Gia's in, then I'm half in.
So, other than Sasha Banks, what other female superstars would you like to see in the Money in the Bank ladder match?
She wants Bianca Belair.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love just to see her do a little bit of damage. Like, just like, I would be okay if she doesn't win, because, like, she had her moment to shine in the Royal Rumble. Let me mind you, she had that beautiful black and gold gear on, looking all cute.
That she made herself, mind you.
She didn't win. I was still invested. She still kept me interested. Like, oh my God, like, she's still in this. Like, this is awesome. Like, even if Bianca doesn't win, which I'm okay with, I would like to see her do some damage. Like, just shake it up a little bit.
I honestly, I feel like I would say, like, I have like 3, because I would say, like, I would want Tegan Knox to be in it.
Okay.
Because I love Tegan's fire. And then Shotzi, because she's just like
crazy.
Shotzi's hot right now, so I feel like a lot of people would get behind Shotzi. It's like an easy get behind. And then I would also say Candice LeRae, just because Candice is known for like hardcore matches like that. So she would do any type of moves. She would take anything from anybody. So those would be my picks. And I'm also with the Bianca statement. Let's put that out there too, because how can you not? Like, how can you not want Bianca Belair to be in everything ever?
Yeah.
I know you didn't.
I've never seen her in person either, now that I'm thinking about it, but I know she's really beautiful too. I'd probably just be like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Probably do the same thing too.
Yes. Just stare at her.
And just, I'll have that moment like, oh my God, I'm seeing her in person. Oh my God, I'm seeing her in person. Don't freak out. Keep it real, like, mature. And I'm like, hi, I'm Gia.
Hi, I'm Gia.
Just like, oh my God, she shook my hand. Like, no, wait, wrestler mode. So, yeah.
Have you ever had anyone come to you and they clearly were just so nervous and like stumbling over their words and all?
I've had like little girl fans do that before, where like they've one thing that I miss about MCW is the little girls, because they're so adorable and they're so cute. And I love, this is awful, but I love when they try to come up to me, but they're a little bit shy. And I see them because they're just like waiting there, and they're like, there's a certain thing that they'll do. Like, they'll just like kind of look down, but kind of look up, and they're just looking at me. And I'm like, I see you over there.
Like trying to like push them.
It's okay.
Yeah, the parents are trying to like push them, like, you want to meet them, go ahead. And like they'll come over and they're kind of quiet, and I'm like, oh, like, hi, like, nice to meet you, or whatever like that. And I try to get them to like warm up to me and whatnot. And usually after I have my match and I go out for the third time, because I go out like usually 3 times. I try to go out 3 times, like in the beginning, during intermission, and towards the end. I go out and they're coming up to me, they're giving me high fives, they're giving me hugs, and I'm like, oh, you're not nervous of me anymore? They're like, nope, I love you now. And I'm like, great. So I love meeting them and seeing them, and they'll like come up to me the first time and they're like nervous, and at the end of the show they're like, you're my best friend now. That's like one of the biggest accomplishments I could ever get. When going to those MCW shows, just making a new person feel like this is a good place to go, like to come to and see like other people wrestle and whatnot. Like, I cannot for the love of me be mean to a little kid. I really can't. I just can't bring myself to do it, especially at a wrestling event. Like, for instance, when I first started training, there's this girl, and I even talked to her a couple of days ago. Her name is Brianna. And she was scared of everybody. She was especially scared of Joe Keys for some reason. I don't know why. I have no clue why. But one birthday party, she ended up warming up to me. And so whenever I would see her, like at an MCW show, I'd always give her a hug, like whenever I see her, and she would run up to me and I'd spin her around and whatnot, because she's like so adorable. She's so nice and she's so sweet. So she was afraid of me. She wasn't like super afraid of me, but she was afraid of me. But I made her warm up to me, and we're like good friends now. So yeah, sorry to ramble on about that.
Oh no, you good.
Did I tell you that I finally met the sickness? And
Yeah, you did. It was one of the shows.
Duh.
Yeah. You met him and you showed me a picture of him, and then I think there was a picture of me where I was squinting in the background.
It was
I was
that
actually
picture you were in the background.
Yeah,
I was just like, I was looking for my family, because I wear glasses. So when I wrestle, I don't wear contacts, because I was afraid of always having direct eye contact with the crowd, because I was afraid when I first started. But now I necessarily don't care if I make contact with the crowd. But I couldn't see if my family was there, and there was a guy that I thought was him, and that's why you saw me squinting in the background.
Okay.
She caught me.
I wonder who is she giving this big guy to?
Like, you taking a picture with the sickness?
I thought you were doing that on purpose. I had to go to my photo with him to make sure to see if you were doing it.
No, I was looking for my family that day, because my uncle said he wanted to meet Kurt Angle. I don't know if he made it that day or not, but yeah, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I apologize.
It's all right.
All right, so Camron, now it's you with your prediction on who you think it'll
I
be.
gave you enough time to think.
I'm only over here like, just keep talking. No.
I think that Bianca Belair.
That was the hot question.
Yes.
The prediction for the women's, Money in the Bank. Who's
Oh,
actually in
my
the
bad.
match.
My
Yeah,
bad.
she
No,
got-
I honestly was like, just keep talking. I'm gonna make mine short and sweet, because you guys are not gonna be with it, and it's fine. I love Carmella.
No.
I do. I love Carmella. I do, and I just feel like just the way she plays the Money in the Bank, like with it, it's great. So I'm. I don't know,
I
guys.
think you were gonna say that 'cause
I'm
you
gonna.
raved about her earlier.
So it's fine. So the thing is, I don't hate Carmella. She, from what I've seen and like from what I've heard, she seems like such a sweet person, such a nice person. I just find her character so annoying, and it's like, I know that's how her character is supposed to be, and I know that's what she's supposed to be doing, and it's completely fine. I just can't get with it. I can't. I'm sorry to everybody. It's nothing against her personally, though. I
think it popped me though, like when she won last time, and like she was cashing in on was it Charlotte? She was cashing in on, yeah, and like she ran down. She was just like she was just like, cash it in. She was just screaming. She was like,
girl.
And I was like, Carmella, shut up. But I was also like, this is awesome. Like, the fact that she's legitimately screaming like that, like, it made it better. Like, it just, because, like, you know, people are just like, yeah, like, come on, let's go. She's like, Cash. That won me over. It did. It truly did. So I was a fan of that. Okay. Sorry, not sorry.
We respect that.
It's always
I have to respect it because it was a really good moment.
Yeah.
And the fact that we all basically had different predictions. If everyone said the same one, it would be kind of like repeating ourselves. I think
Right.
Asuka's gonna win because she's the best. I think Asuka, you know, so that was pretty dope that we all had someone, you know.
Because we're smart goals peoples. That's not what I say all the time.
Either way, it's gonna be a fun show. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing it.
I just want to see how they book the actual both of the Money in the Bank matches together. That's what I'm most excited for.
The only thing I'm nervous about is the fact that this was pre-recorded, so that gives them chance to edit. Mhm. So it gives them chance to edit and, you know, cut stuff out, you know what I mean?
That's a good thing. They can.
No, I like things raw. Like, I like things. When it comes to wrestling, I just want it as it is. If there's a botch, if there's, you know, a mess up or whatever, I want to see it because it's not.
Because it's funny.
Not because no.
I hate mess ups. Oh my God! Like, thank the Lord for that. If there's a mess up, I can find a way to fix it within wrestling, especially if it's like during my matches, because I've had those before, and I'm just thinking in my head like, oh God, this got messed up. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Okay, boom. Like,
see, I'm telling you from like a fan point of view, a lot of the times we can't tell. Unless it's like super obvious, like if somebody's
Chris
like
Jericho slipping on the whiskey.
that, or like if somebody's like, you know, being dropped or something like that. Like, other than that, we really can't tell if, you know, a move went a wrong way, that it, you know what I mean, like that it wasn't supposed to. Like when you were talking about your chair match, like we had no idea what was going on. You know what I mean? Like,
neither did I.
So, but no, like for me personally, when it comes to wrestling, to me, imperfect is perfect. I don't expect a wrestler to be 100%, you know what I mean? Like if they mess up, that's fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't expect them to be, you know, the most perfect wrestler in the world. If they have a mistake, that's, you know, it happens. Now, as long as nobody gets injured, let me just throw that out there. As long as nobody gets hurt, then, you know, it is what it is. Everybody has those off days and, you know, things happen. It's life, you know, we move on. So, but yeah, so I'm curious to see is how they're going to do that, especially like with the editing. Cause I know like with WrestleMania, with the Undertaker match, they added like the music and the effects, and, you know, it's kind of like I was watching a movie. So I'm curious to see if they're going to do anything like that with the Money in the Bank matches.
They might have like parts of it like that.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Which is awesome because then, like I said, it counteracts there being no crowd there, and it gives us something different. I love when WWE tries something different at the end of the day or there was a time period where they just, you know, did the same cycle over and over and over again. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am for it, and I will be watching it and I gotta be at work 5 a.m.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in until 11:30 on Monday, so
Brat.
I'm good.
All right, so anyone else have anything to add to the pay-per-view?
I'm clean.
Yeah, I've said it all.
All right, cool then. Well, thank you everyone for watching our episode on Money in the Bank predictions. Thank you, Christy, for joining us today. Thank you, Gia and Miss Camron, for joining us today on O-Face Wrestling. Your second time for both of you being on the show. Hopefully not the last.
Thanks for coming.
Of course.
Thanks for putting up with us.
Thanks for putting up with us. We were
Yeah,
all over
yeah,
the place.
literally.
Yeah.
And make sure anyone watching this that you if you're interested in joining our virtual watch party on Sunday here on, we'll be on Zoom. Make sure you join us on that. Make sure you follow us on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Do y'all want to plug your social media accounts?
Guys, you didn't say it, so I'll say it. If you guys didn't know, I like gummy bears, so.
I was getting.
No, he wasn't.
You guys want to, hand those over when you meet me. Very grateful, very grateful. Social media. We'll talk about that later once you get the gummy bears.
FedEx or some gummy
Hey,
bears.
wait, before we go, what's your favorite gummy bear flavor?
The red ones.
Yes, girl, yes!
Yes, like I'm that person where like my mom, she's so irritated with me. Like I'll get a fresh bag of gummy bears, and I hate the
red
green
one.
flavor. And I'll literally open the bag like completely open, and I'll pick out the green ones, and I'll give them to my mom, and I'll pick out the red ones and to the side so I eat them later. So I like eat everything else, not like one by one eat the red ones.
I'll do that with him when he gets like a bag of gummy bears. I'll only eat the red ones. Like if he like shares them with me, nope, it's gotta be red. It's gotta be red.
Yeah.
They
need to. They need to.
I
Make
know
a
he
bag
just
of
grabs a
just red
handful and
ones.
just shoves them in his
They all
tail.
taste the same to me.
No, they don't. Don't you ever say that again in your life. You shut your mouth. They all taste different.
I apologize.
I like the commercial for gummy bears when he's like, I like this one. This one tastes gooder to me. I'm like,
what was it? It starts with an H, but I know the commercial that you're talking about.
It's like HABIO or something like that.
Yeah.
Like the gold package.
Yeah.
See, guys, I know my gummy bears. Yeah.
Okay, well, Gia doesn't necessarily like gummy bears, but I do like fruit snacks. But Gia prefers sunflower seeds over gummy bears.
What flavor sunflower seeds?
I'll do original, I will do ranch, I will do barbecue, but I will never, ever, ever in my life do pickles.
Oh, yeah, they have pickles, dill pickle flavors.
Ew.
Yeah. I will do the.
Didn't I try them once?
Yeah, I think I bought them for you.
Yeah,
you like
I love
pickles.
pickle anything. They were interesting.
I hate pickles with a passion. My mother used to eat those things like it was no tomorrow.
Well, guys, if you are ever around and if you ever go to a show where you see Camron or Gia, bring Gia sunflower seeds. Camron will take gummy bears.
And if you get gummy bears, get the just straight red. You'll make the day.
Or guys, honestly, you know what you could do? Like for Gia, just get like a bag of the ranch, the original, and what do you say, the barbecue ones, and just get Ziploc bag and put them all together and just give it to her. For me, just buy 3 bags of gummy bears. You know, just pick out the red ones, put them in a Ziploc bag, and we are like on the same page. Easy way out, guys.
I would be the person
gummy bears.
Get a bag and put all green ones in it and give them to you.
I would slap them into like China. I would slap them so hard. I'd be like, I would hate you. I'd be so mad. I'm like, what is this? What is this?
Why did you bring me this?
I would have the red ones in a separate bag and give it to you after. I just would have to see your reaction.
It would be like the worst like heel match you ever see me have. Like I would legit punch someone like in the nose, like break their nose.
Over gummy bears.
Over the gummy bears. These are for the green ones. It's like if you give Gia the pickled sunflower seeds.
That would be funny to do the Gia. Say, hey, these are barbecue flavored.
No, you can tell. You can tell the barbecue.
Okay.
Yeah, like I legit can tell a difference. Like I can tell a difference between like the barbecue, the ranch, and if also at the dollar store they have bacon flavor, and it tastes like bacon. It really does taste like bacon. So I can tell the difference between.
They got cheeseburger flavor too.
They do?
I think I tried them. Yeah, I did try them.
They got cheeseburger, pizza.
They have all kind of crazy
they got
flavors.
Everything.
Interesting.
Do you guys want to share your social media so people can follow you if they would like? You don't have to, but you can if you want.
I'll do it. So everyone can follow me. My handle is the same. It's at the Gia Scott.
Okay. And then for mine, I tell people this the same on every interview. I suck at Twitter.
Oh wait,
like,
same.
I do.
Same. I do.
Okay,
I'm slowly getting into it.
Yeah, so like my Instagram is linked up to my Twitter. So anything that's posted on Twitter is from my Instagram. So if you guys want to reach out to me, definitely hit me up on Instagram. I will normally always message back. I'm always on my phone. Facebook, I'm pretty decent, but Instagram is exactly where it's at. All my handles are the same as well. It's Camron_Brene. And just got like Twitter, cool. I'll be on it. I'll like stuff. I'll retweet stuff. But if you message me or like send me a tweet, I don't know how to work it. I'm sorry. If you've messaged me on Twitter or Gia, I'm pretty sure we're sorry. Just message us on Instagram.
I can message people back on Twitter. I'll like stuff. Twitter to me is like my funny bone of to find anything funny, because something's always going on Twitter. Something's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you'll probably have a better chance of reaching me out on Twitter and IG versus Facebook. You'll just have a better chance.
Yeah, mine is straight just Instagram, like, cause I know how to work it, I guess. Like I see your messages on Twitter, but it's like hard because it's like I start clicking stuff and I'm like, next thing I know, I'm like 3 friends in and I don't know how to get back, and I'm just like, how am I the picture of like your best friend's husband, like puppy's nephew, and I'm like, what happened?
Like, get me out.
Yeah, so I'm an Instagram person. I reply back very quickly. And yeah, message me, tag me and stuff. Tag me in funny stuff. Send me cool stuff.
Please, because I love being tagged, especially if you meet me, tag me, because I like it.
Okay. Yes, but no, because there is this picture going around of me, and I don't know what it is, but I guess I make this face in every match where I'm like, and no, literally, if you guys go on my Instagram, I made a collage. It's literally a picture of me with Lacey, and me, I don't even know where I was. Like, I don't even know what match it was. And like me in a match in Kansas City, and I had the same exact face. And I'm like, when do I even make this face? But it's like a perfect shot that people get.
I'm looking for it.
Looking for it right now.
I'm honestly, okay, I wonder if I can you guys still see me?
No.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell you the exact day of when this is, because I like, you have to find it. Like, it's, where is it? It's,
I'm curious now.
So he can show you. I want him to legit show you. Where is it? Oh, you can find it. So the video of me getting slammed, by the way, was April 14th, 2019, side note. Where's this picture at of me with the same face? Okay, it's December 2nd, 2019. If you find a picture of me, like, with the Evolve sign, you know what I'm talking about, like, with the ring for Evolve.
Why are you looking at it that way?
Because I can see the dates this way. Oh, this one.
Yeah, I'm making the exact face in every single picture. What is that? I'm like, what? I'm like, how did they get these like perfectly picture-perfect shots of my face?
People just take a whole bunch of pictures, I guess, and maybe they just expect it by now.
But I'm like, when did I even make that face? Like, I don't even recall making that face. Whatever.
I remember you making it on that match, though, because when Lacey was, dragging you. See, you're doing it right now.
Well, because I remember her calling. No, so in the Lacey match, I remember because she called us. She said, "I don't want to be in this cow town with these clodhoppers." That's when I made that face. I was like, "Oh, clodhoppers." Jokes on you. I don't even know what that means. I figured out what that meant after, obviously, but that's when I made that face. But every other face, I don't recall that. I don't remember when I made it, but yeah. Anyways. Sorry, I prolonged that conversation.
You prolonged the outro.
Yeah, I just want to let you guys know I make a face every time I'm in the ring, apparently.
All right, well, that wraps up our episode, and I will have to, just so it's a better, as a a proper end, and I will once again thank you all for joining us today on O Face Wrestling for the Money in the Bank predictions, and thank you for tuning in.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.